New Happy New Year, brand new 2022. Sounds like, yeah, same thing that happened when we came out of 2020. And it almost feels like the same thing coming out of 2021. I know how you feel. 2021 may not feel any better than 2020. However, there's a reason we do these demarcations, these things that we call New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. There's so much history around all of this. And I may tell you just a little bit about it, but really tonight, honestly, I wanted to spend my New Year's Eve with you. Those of you who watch us, those of you who are with us, I want to spend my New Year's Eve with you. So here's what you're going to have to do. We basically just almost turned the clock back. What we've done is we on our Facebook is a whole new social media Facebook thing. And so if you're watching by Facebook, hey, you see it's new and you're wondering where are your people? You gotta listen. You're on the ground floor, so here's what you gotta do. If you're in a place where you gotta get friend requests, go ahead and make those friend requests. And if you're watching on Dr. Ed Montgomery or Abundant Life Center, see, these are all the special places you will be watching. Go ahead and click the follow button. That's the new thing. You have to hit the follow button. And by clicking the follow button, that makes sure that when we come on next time, you'll know when we come on. So tell your friends, share this with your friends, and so they can hit the follow button too. This is all so new. If you're watching by YouTube, this is another one of our platforms. And I'll tell you about some of their stuff later, but if you're watching by YouTube, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. If you've never subscribed, sometimes some of you are watching it through other means, but if you see that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, because it adds you to the list and it lets you know when we are going to come on live, and you can be one of the first to get this. There's a couple others I'm going to tell you in a minute, but this is New Year's Eve. Let me tell you, we're the history of what we called, especially celebration among people of color. It was called Watch Night. Some people still call it Watch Night. And where it came from was when Abraham Lincoln was about to sign the Emancipation Proclamation. And people of color, the enslaved people at that particular time, it was supposed to go into effect on New Year's Day, 12:01 a.m. is when the emancipation went into effect. So they knew basically that Lincoln had signed it, but this was when it was supposed to go into effect. So what they were doing, they were watching, because they were not sure whether or not the people would take it away from them. So they stood up all night long until 12:01 watching. And when they realized it had not been taken from them and that it had gone in, had been enacted, that's when they started clapping and shouting, and because as of 12:01, they could actually walk off that plantation. Now, they didn't have anywhere to go, but many of them stayed and sharecropped or whatever they had to do in order to survive. But that's where Watch Night came from. And so it was passed down, and people of color have done that for decades, over a century. So this is when people, we wait for that 12 midnight time. So obviously our goal is what we do. We have a tendency to pray through the old year into the new year, and I'm going to do that. So whenever you're watching this, if you're watching this by rebroadcast, you just got to get into the spirit of the time and just get into the spirit of this thing of praying that old year out and that new year in. So you're watching us at, I already said, by Facebook and YouTube, but there's another group. We've got a couple of new groups. Those of you who are watching by your app, I know you're saying, well, what about your app? Look at your app. If you haven't seen your app on your phone, you're going to notice some new things on your app. And if you don't have the app, you can download, type in Abundant Life Center, and the app will come out. You'll see My ALC. You'll see ALC Enter, and you'll say, oh, there it is. Download that app. It's very simple, very easy. And on that app, there's so many different features. One of the features is you can go live on our Sunday morning broadcast. Just go live just like that. If you want to give on the app, you don't leave the app to go into any other websites or anything. You give right through that app. And you can actually keep listening to the broadcast while you're giving on that app. And you can hear my radio show that comes on here in Houston, KTSU 90.9 FM, which is a live show every Monday and 12 noon East Central Standard Time till 1. And it's more of a secular show, so it's not a church kind of show. We talk about stuff. And you'll be able to listen to that no matter where you are in the globe. And of course, there are videos, and we're going to be adding things from the vault, from classics that we've done a while back. We've got that. So this is a time for us to just come together and realize something. The reason I kind of hesitated about that, celebrating and jumping for joy, we're going in 2022, and everybody's going to say it's going to be better. Listen. I'm not as much concerned about whether or not 2022 is better. What I'm concerned about is, are we going to be better? Am I going to be better in 2022? Because if I'm not better, then that whole year and everything around me is not going to be better. And there is a word that I want you to kind of encircle right here. And that word is going to be endurance. All right? And I'm going to say something to you about it, especially dealing with all this COVID and everything. Say that to you. Because I forgot, I had one last place. You're going to like this. This is new. There's nobody there. As a matter of fact, maybe by the time you get there, a whole lot of people will be there. But there's a site we've been working on, and it is called Dr. Ed's Place. That's it. It's Dr. Ed's Place. And it's there. ALC, it's for you. Anybody else that wants to be a part of it, but ALC, this is for you. You're going to see all your friends. And as they start signing up for it, get ready. You can Google it, Dr. Ed's Place. It'll show you how to get there. All you got to do is click, and you go there right now. Actually, we're broadcasting live from there right now. So I'll tell you more about it. Endurance. This whole thing about this COVID, what is this? Omicron variants. We just got not out of Delta, but dealing with Delta. This Omicron, and it's saying that it is much faster. It's maybe not as powerful, but don't get that mixed up when we say that. People say, well, this is mild, Omicron variants. Well, it's mild. It's kind of like the difference between this is a virus. This is not salsa, baby. So don't confuse mild with a virus next to salsa. Look, I've been in some wings places where they say, oh, the sauce is mild, sir. You'll really like it. It's very mild. And by the time I get through eating those wings, them wings are not mild. So I don't trust that Omicron, especially if you're dealing with underlying issues. But when something like this is trying to eat its way into our society, and that's how I see it, and they say, oh, it's moving fast. 1 out of 3 people may have this. That's why you have to be careful with those, keep those masks and things. But you can't trust anybody in that area. Oh, I don't have anything. Think I got it? Well, listen, you can't. Hey, do what you need to do. But this is a virus that wants to survive, so you don't know. It could be setting you up for something worse, or just testing the perimeters of humanity for something worse. Even in politics, some of the stuff that's been going on, we think that's the end of it. They could be setting you up for something that's going to be worse in taking your democracy or whatever you think. 2022 It's going to be a different world, but you got to be prepared for it. And I believe that we go into this new year, here's how we prepare ourselves. It's only one word: endurance. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, my family, listen to me. There are some things that you're not going to be able to just faith your way out of, or pray a prayer and get rid of it, or have hope and it'll be gone. There's some things that you're going to have to endure, dig your fingernails in, dig your toenails in, and say, I am holding on to this roller coaster. I remember my granddaddy would take me on roller coasters. I loved them. Still do, just don't want to go on them anymore. But we'd be on that roller coaster and that bar would come down, click, 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 click. And then that roller coaster started moving and slowly take until it finally starts hitting its full speed. And there's only one thing you can do. Once I'm on it, ain't no, Daddy, I want to get off. And Daddy look at me and say, you better hold on. And there's nothing you can do but hold on. Because there's some of this stuff we're not going to be able to get off, baby. Unfortunately, we can't just, I want off. No, you're going to have to hold on. Because this ride is going to be up and it's going to be down. But I can tell you this, we can pray, because I believe that the hand of God will uphold us. You say, well, why don't God just move it and take it and make it go somewhere? And why don't God give us favor? Give us favor for what? And let everybody else go down the tubes? That's not favor. It's selfishness. Look, endurance is saying, I'm holding on here. I am trusting God no matter what goes on. I may not understand it. I may not understand all the turns and the twists that this roller coaster is taking. But I know I'm going to trust God with it. Look, how many of you out there catch what I'm saying? That you got to just trust God. How many are able to say it? 2022, I trust God. Look at that. I trust God. Share this with your friend. If you want to share something, share that right there. Share it with them. Let them see that phrase. I trust God. ITG. I trust God. Doesn't matter what curves I'm coming up. Doesn't matter when that roller coaster is going along and all of a sudden it turns on that end and it almost looks like you going straight. Hold on, baby. You just going sideways a little bit. I've been on them roller coasters where they turn you over. Hold on, baby. You can't let go now. You might find yourself upside down financially, upside down health-wise, upside down in your relationships. But you're just going to have to hold on here. Psalms 23 says, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Yea, though I walk through. In other words, yea, though I walk in, not yea, though I walk in. It says walk through, which means you're not going to stay in the same place you walked in, and you're not going to stay in the same valley. You're going to walk through it. And a valley only means that there are elevations on other sides. So you got mountaintop experiences on either side, which create a valley. So that means you can't stay in that valley very long. Sooner or later, you're going to start climbing up. You're going to start walking up. And I believe that we're going to start walking up in 2022. It might be small increments, but I think we're going to get our foot into understanding steps of a good man or good woman ordered by the Lord. We're going to get our footing on this. We're going to stop being so, well, I don't feel it's my right and my freedom not to wear a mask. No, that's not what this is about. Now, what this is about us realizing that we're coming together as a people in order to survive the thing where we are. Hey, this is Dr. Ed. We've been on this journey for over 40 years. Some have been there with us for almost 40. Some have just started this journey with us. But what we've been able to do is help people to find joy, peace, enlightenment. They have grown tremendously, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and it's all because of your contributions, your help, our journey on this road. Take a moment, make a contribution at myalc.org. That's myalc.org. That's our website. That's our main place where you're even able to watch our show on Sunday mornings. Not only that, but you can also give through our app. And you can download that app from Google Play, or you can download it from the App Store by just typing in Abundant Life Center, or you can type in Ed Montgomery and the Abundant Life Center app will pop up and you can download it. It only takes a few moments, and you can have that way. You can carry it with you on your phone and your iPads and all those kind of good things. Not only that, but you can also do text to give. That's very popular because people are able to give if they forget to be on their website or their app. They can just give right on the spot, real fast, real quick. Sometimes they do text to give even when we're inside of a church service. And you can do that by texting to 713-742-2035. That's 713-742-2035. Or you could give through our P.O. Box. Safe, sound, secure. You can give, you can make sure you put a stamp on the envelope, but you can, write us a little note, drop me a little note, whatever you want to do, and mail it. There are some folks that's just, hey, I'm just going to mail this. And you can mail your contribution, and that's to the Abundant Life Center, P.O. Box 772-300, Houston, Texas, 77215. I'm going to say it again. That's that old radio thing. You got to say it twice. Abundant Life Center, P.O. Box 772-300, Houston, Texas, 77215. Continue on this journey with us. And if you're new for the first time, start this journey with us. I promise you, not only will it change your life, but you'll change the life of so many around you. And that'll make you feel real good inside. Thanks. If you're gonna flood, I don't care who's driving the boat. Whoever's driving the boat don't make no difference. I'm glad. I don't care what color they are. I don't care if they got a beard or not. I don't care what they look like. I don't even care what their religion is. As long as they got that boat above water, I want to be in the boat. And I just love whoever it is that's driving that boat and getting me out of that flood. This is the way we are. There are people out there, dedicated people. We're in this new year, and I know that there are people right now in hospital rooms that are watching this. People in hospitals around Houston, around Katy, down in Sugar Land. I know where you are. And I know some of our people. You're watching around in New York. You're watching in California. And the only way you could get this spiritual message that you're looking for is you're online. Listen, don't let go here. I know you got people actually coming in and fighting you, and you trying to heal them. And they're fighting you because they don't tell you, you better heal me like this, or I don't. Listen, sometimes I tell them you got to talk in tongues 7 times. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever you got, I don't know if that was 7 or not, but you got to do something. And realize that I'm here, to serve the public, because we got people letting go and walking out. And we need this virus to be clamped down so that our health system can get back to normal. Look, I applaud our health workers. How many of you are health workers out there? Look, I know they stopped applauding y'all for a while out of New York, but listen, let's go back. It's time to go back to applauding you. I thank God for you. To our officers, to our first responders, I thank God for you. To our police on the streets, I thank God for you and that you are going into 2022. I thank God to all of our people who are doing the best they can to lift and encourage people who are out there. I thank God for you. Listen, I look back. And just as in 2020 and 2021, we lost some people. And when I mean lost, I mean transitioned. Left this planet, passed away, went to that next world. And we're going to miss them. But right where I am right now, like I said, take this moment. Do what you have to do. Hit your follow buttons. Let me know that you're there. We're building ourselves back up. We want to reach out and touch more lives. Do what you're doing. How many of you are ready to go into the next space in your life? Because together, I want you to stretch out your hands. This is where we begin to pray. And I'm going to pray right through this old year into this new year. Heavenly Father, I thank you for life. I thank you for your love. I thank you for your compassion. I thank you for keeping us during tough times. Lord, I don't even know how this is always supposed to work. I don't know how the health or the healing, I don't know how it's supposed to work, but I do know this. I see myself and I see my brothers and my sisters. I see them in your hands. I pray for the healing of their bodies. I pray for the healing of their minds. I pray for the healing and the washing of that health over their souls and over the areas, the problem areas that keep us hyped up and stressed out. I pray that the stress levels will begin to recede and the blood pressure begins to cut down. With every breath, let your healing virtue flow into them. Lord, I pray for those in need of abundance in 2022. Open those doors and the floodgates of providence so that they can recognize what you're about to do and where you are and the doors they can walk in. Let them trust you that the doors that need to be closed in their lives, let them close. And the doors that need to be open are the ones they need to walk through. I pray for our children. I pray for our teens. I pray for the young ones in Zoom class. I pray for those that are not getting it. I pray that you will help open their minds or begin to open doors where they will be able to fit in. I am thanking you that as we pass from the old, we pass into this line that we have set into a new year. Whatever we've forgotten, compensate for it. Let your love and your peace and your joy and reign. And where there are tears, I want you to wipe every weeping eye and remind them that you are still God. Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year. And use that word happy because you know what it means. It comes right out of the Greek word. It means blessed. And you are already blessed. I hope this year I'll be able to teach you how to walk in that blessing. Get ready. Whatever is to come, you're going to ride this wave. Get on your surfboard, baby, because you're getting ready to ride this wave. All right, I'm going to go. Some of y'all headed to sleep. Some of y'all going somewhere else. Wherever you're going, let's ride this way. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. I see you. I see you. Blow my screen up so I see all the Happy New Year. There they are. Okay. Okay. Coming from all over New York, California, Florida. Oh no, this is East Coast right now. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, I see it. Those of you on the East Coast, listen, you got your time is a little bit late, but some of you that are still up from that East Coast, I see God doing some special things in your life. Yeah. West Coast, you're still coming up on this time. Listen, God is neither space nor time. We already have the blessing right where we are right now. Don't even worry about the time shift. Okay. Happy New Year, everybody. I got to go. I'm gonna let somebody else have these airwaves. God bless you. See you Sunday. Sensational Sunday. Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. Make sure you get it.